Good evening and welcome back. Welcome back to the Atlanta Music Project's 2021 Music of the African Diaspora Festival. My name is Dante Rameau. I am the co-founder and chief executive officer of the Atlanta Music Project.
And my name is Aisha Moody, and I am the co-founder and chief program officer of the Atlanta Music Project. I'd like to welcome all of you fine people to Studio Sessions, a recital by the faculty of the Atlanta Music Project.
And for this concert, I want to thank our sponsor, the Chestnut Family Foundation. This concert is a long time in the making, and we're so grateful to the Chestnut Family Foundation for supporting this endeavor. Yeah. Now, Aisha, do you remember when you and I performed for our students 11 years ago at the Gilbert House, our first set? Do you remember that?
Are you kidding me? Yeah.
How could you forget?
You can't. Yeah, I do remember that. I think it was my first time accompanying bassoon.
That's what I was going to ask. Definitely yeah. Probably your first and last time.
Yeah.
We're better working on the administrative side together.
Definitely. But it was fun. It was a lot of fun. And you know what? The students enjoyed it. And that's what makes events like tonight so special. It's really important for them to see them as artists and not just teachers that know a little bit of art. Like, we call them teaching artists for a reason. They're artists that also have the gift of teaching, but they don't always get a chance to see them really shine on stage. So you students that are watching that have not yet seen your teacher perform in this way, you are in for a treat.
Yeah, I agree. I love working with our faculty. They're graduates of some of the finest music schools in the country. They perform in some of the finest orchestras in the region, in the country. And we're really, really fortunate that these professionals take the time to work with our students here at the Atlanta Music Project. I think it's really cool that we have the opportunity to do a virtual concert because once we can gather in person again, the Atlanta Music Project has a wonderful headquarters in the Capitol View neighborhood in Southwest Atlanta. And there we have a 200-seat auditorium where we can do concerts in person when the time comes. And so hopefully this series will segue into beautiful in-person concerts. I'm excited to see solos. I'm excited to see chamber music. I'm excited to see classical music composed by Black composers. I'm excited to see some of the best pop songs or mainstream songs performed on violin. I'm excited to see 4 double bass players, 7 trumpet players. Really, it's all one player that recorded 7 tracks, but the creativity and the artistic excellence of our faculty will be on display tonight. Thank you all for joining us. Don't forget, this is a festival. We've got one more show for you after tonight, and that's going to be Sunday, 7 p.m. It's going to be featuring the chamber music groups of our youth orchestra, youth choir, and after-school programs. And so we're going to get on with tonight's show. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the studio sessions featuring the faculty of the Atlanta Music Project. Let's go.
Good afternoon. I'm Pamela Dillard, mezzo-soprano. I will be singing Come Down Angels, arranged by Undine Smith-Moore and accompanied by Trey Clegg. This selection can be heard on the CD Watch and Pray, an album of spirituals and art songs by Black women composers. I love to praise my heavenly King. Let God sing.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Megan Yost. I am the viola teaching artist for Atlanta Music Project, and I am here today speaking with my friend and colleague, the very talented composer, Dante Davis. How are you doing today, Dante?
I'm doing excellent. How are you?
That's great. I'm doing well also. So Dante, I recently had the pleasure of learning and recording your beautiful partita for solo viola, and I had some questions for you about what brought you to the place of writing this piece. So can you tell me what brought you to composing?
Well, when I was in middle school, in the 6th grade, 7th grade, I started hearing pieces by, I wish I could remember some of their names, but I know one of them was Elliot DeBorgo. And I just loved the intensity of some of the music that I was hearing at the time. So that just drove me to experiment and start writing my own stuff down. I knew nothing about compositions. I used to just walk around with blank score paper that my teacher had gave me, and I started penciling in notes on to everybody's parts because I didn't know how to score yet. But that's how I got into it originally.
Oh, that's awesome. That's so great that you had a teacher who supported you by giving you sheet music to start writing in. That's awesome. So what about your partita for solo viola? What inspired you to write that work?
Well, a friend of mine who has played several of my chamber works before asked me to compose a piece for her. Her name is Constant Mel. She's a violist in Tallahassee, Florida. And I said, sure, as soon as I get me a new computer and I'm able to start composing again, I will. So it was 2 summers ago. And I was just going for a walk one day, and I rarely start a composition this way by sketching. That's kind of like the Beethoven approach, just walking and sketching. But I happened to be going for a walk, and this opening idea came into my mind. So I took my cell phone and I sung the opening theme, and I said, I'm just going to write an improv based on that opening few lines. And yeah, that's how the composition came about, and how it progressed from there was kind of a struggle. However, it took me only about 3 or 4 weeks to compose it.
And that's amazing because it's a total of 7 movements. I only performed the first movement for this recording, but it's a total of 7 movements, lots of pages, lots of notes.
Yes, I enjoyed composing. It was very fun, actually, because this is the only piece that I had written for a solo instrument, aside from the piano. I attempted to write solo pieces for the violin before, but I was much younger, still learning, and writing for a solo instrument and making it sound interesting on its own was a challenge for me. So this was a fun challenge for me to do on such a somber and mellow instrument. So I had a lot of fun composing it.
I really love how you use the key of C minor, because I think that's just such a special key on the viola. It really complements, you mentioned like the kind of somber melancholy quality of the instrument, but it's also like we get to use that open C string a lot. So I think that was a great choice for the piece.
Yeah, I love the unfortunately, when I was composing this piece, I did not have a viola at hand, and I'm a violinist. So some of the things that I worked out composing without playing it on my violin so that I can actually know this is what I want. But some of the more technical things, I approached it from my violin. But once I borrowed a viola that summer after I composed it, I was very satisfied with what I did. And some of the differences between the violin and viola are so interesting that I realized that, yeah, this piece might be a little tough for the viola, but still, I didn't change a note after I finished it.
It is challenging, but it does sit really well on the instrument. I think that was my experience while playing it. So I do have one more question for you. Are you composing anything right now? And can you tell us about the pieces that you're working on?
Currently, I am working on a piano quintet for strings and piano. And I'm finishing a composition for 13 Winds. as well. I'm working on the fourth movement of that. And I actually had hopes for that to be performed at the beginning of the fall last year. I mean, yes, the beginning of the fall last year, but we're in the middle of a pandemic, so it just gave me some extra time to work on the piece. So those are my two main projects at the moment, but I always have ideas and things and music floating around in my head. So I either jot down the ideas somewhere, or I'll play them on my piano and record it so that I won't forget them. I'm at the point where I used to be able to compose several pieces at one time, but now I'm down to like one or two compositions at a time. So when I have an idea, I save that idea for later once I am ready to dedicate more time to it.
Well, I'm really looking forward to hopefully either performing or hearing your other pieces performed very soon. And thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me today.
No problem. Can't wait to hear the performance.
Thank you.
We hope you're enjoying the show. Coming up next month, the Atlanta Music Project and celebrity chef JJ Johnson present Cooking Notes 2, a virtual cooking class. Cook side by side with Chef JJ in this interactive virtual cooking experience featuring Afro-Asian cuisine. Gather around the family, friends, and foodies for Cooking Notes 2, Thursday, March 18th, 2021 from 6 to 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tickets are only $40. You will receive Zoom information and class details, including the Baja chicken curry recipe via email. Reserve your spot today. And now, back to AMP's Music of the African Diaspora Festival.
Hi everyone, my name is Grace Kim and I play the violin. This COVID season has been longer than we've expected and has definitely forced us to have some creative ways of working through a profession and connecting with different people. I usually work for AMP in the month of June as a summer series teaching artist, but I have been fortunate to be able to connect with their students and their team virtually. I live in Pensacola, Florida, but their wonderful staff and team have supported me so well, and their students have been in amazing communication with me throughout all of this. It's involved a lot of trust and respect on both sides, and I feel like the end product has been more than successful, and I'm absolutely proud of all of my students' hard work and progress. The video that I did for the African American Diasporas Project features the song Redemption Song by Bob Marley. I thought this was a wonderful piece to play because of the content of the song itself. It tells a history about Black history, where they've been, where they are right now, and where we're all going. There's a lot of love and hope in this song, and I love the message, and I love the melody. It was such a pleasure doing this project because there were so many helping hands involved. First of all, my husband Asher Kelly helped record the piece. The location where I chose to do it is at Graffiti Bridge in Pensacola. As we know, there has been a lot of civil unrest in our nation, especially after George Floyd. Many have joined in Graffiti Bridge in peaceful protest for many days after that tragic event. And I thought that location would be a wonderful place to play something with a message of hope and love and peace. The skirt that I'm wearing is from Marilyn Smith. It's from a store named Personality on Mac. It's a Black female-owned business, and I love the skirt. I thought it would be wonderful to support that, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Dr. Josh Williams, French horn teaching artist at Atlanta Music Project. As we prepare for the Music of the African Diaspora celebration, I wanted to share a few thoughts on the piece that I'm performing and a little bit of the inspiration behind it. So the piece that I'm performing is If You Should Go by William Grant Still. If You Should Go is a short movement from a collection of songs titled Songs of Separation, originally written for voice and piano. If You Should Go is based on a poem by Harlem Renaissance poet Countee Cullen. I chose to perform this work for a couple of reasons. First, it highlights the relationship between music and poetry, or a melding of different styles of art. And also, because I found the melodies presented in this piece to be extremely thought-provoking. This is a very short work, about 14 measures of music. However, I found that it really takes the listener on a wild, emotional roller coaster throughout, with a bit of an unsettling feeling at the end. The beauty of a virtual performance is that while we can't all be in the same room, we're able to reach a much wider audience. So wherever you're watching this from, I hope you enjoy William Grant Still's If You Should Go.
My name is Jonathan Colbert. I'm the double bass teaching artist at the Atlanta Music Project. The piece that I will be performing is Deep River by Samuel Coleridge Taylor. The piece was originally a Negro spiritual that he transcribed for piano originally, I believe, and I'm playing an arrangement for 4 bass instruments. Obviously, this year has been very difficult and not possible to play live music, so I've decided to take the transcription and for 4 bass parts and do the recording by myself in my kids' room with stuff all over the place. So I hope you enjoy it. It was really fun to do, really challenging to do with little ones running around, but I think they enjoyed the music and I hope you enjoyed it as well.
So you asked me to describe the recording process, and for me that began with the selection of the piece. I was very fortunate to work with Mr. Moses Hogan back when I was in high school and sing this particular tune with him and kind of understand the thought that he put behind the arrangement. And as a trumpet player, obviously Joshua fit the battle. He shows up to the gates of Jericho with his trumpet and wields ultimate power. What trumpet player wouldn't want to record a tune like that, you know? But yeah, I absolutely love the music of Mr. Moses Hogan, and I love it because it tells a story. This particular tune, Joshua showed up, you know, just fueled by faith in spite of all the odds, and showed up for himself and his army, and boom, good things happen for him. So I think we all need to be reminded of that. But it tells a story musically as well. And I can trace lineage to back centuries to Bach with how he uses voices like instruments, to Duke Ellington, to the way that he puts interesting rhythms. It sounds very much like the techniques he used in composing Bragan and brass, or Earth, Wind, and Fire in their use of African polyrhythm drumming, and Mr. Moses Hogan puts all that into to voices. So he uses the voices like instruments. I remember when we were singing this tune, he described to the men to really accentuate the T's. Joshua did the battle, yes, the battle, Jericho, Joshua did the battle, that's t-t-t. And then asked the women to really accentuate the sh sound. So like Joshua did the battle. And when you put those two on top of each other, it creates like kind of a beatbox effect. And it's this cool stacking of rhythms on top of one another that he does so well. And to me, it just really spoke to me. So I arranged it out. I wrote out all the parts and changed some voicings to fit the trumpet, and recorded in that just using an app on my phone. So it was really fun to do, and I hope everybody enjoys. I had a lot of fun creating it.
Greetings. My name is Hanan Davis, and I'm a vocal artist. in the past year, we have seen significant changes. We have experienced social and political unrest. We have experienced economic instability. And all of this has been in the midst of a global pandemic that has taken away the lives of so many of our loved ones and has really altered the fabric in the way in which we communicate with one another day by day. If we dwell on these facts by themselves, it can seem very emotionally isolating and overwhelming. However, I am a firm believer in the fact that we are never in anything by ourselves, and that after great difficulty comes relief. And it is this sentiment that drew me towards the Negro spiritual that I am going to share with you, entitled Walk With Me. The arrangement of the spiritual is by living composer, Dr. Marion L. Harrison. And one of the things that I love about her arrangement is that the accompaniment is not piano, which typically New York spirituals are accompanied by, but it is the cello. And I feel like that adds a warmth and a sincerity to the text. And that's something that the piano simply cannot capture. It also allowed me the opportunity to work with colleague and wonderful cellist Ishmael Akbar. So the process of collaboration was super fun, and we got to watch Dr. Harrison's music jump off of the page. And so we hope that you enjoy this collaboration in our interpretation of Dr. Harrison's music, and know, though this world is a little bit different, or a lot of bit different from the last couple of years, you never have to be alone in this journey called life. All you have to do is ask someone to walk with you.
We hope you're enjoying the show. Coming up next month, the Atlanta Music Project and celebrity chef JJ Johnson present Cooking Notes 2, a virtual cooking class. Cook side by side with Chef JJ in this interactive virtual cooking experience featuring Afro-Asian cuisine. Gather around the family, friends, and foodies for Cooking Notes 2, Thursday, March 18th, 2021 from 6 to 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tickets are only $40. You will receive Zoom information and class details, including the Baja chicken curry recipe via email. Reserve your spot today. And now, back to AMP's Music of the African Diaspora Festival.
Hello everyone, I'm Kian Martin and I'm excited to be performing in this year's Music of the African Diaspora Festival. I'll be performing the classic song, A Song for You by the late, great, and incomparable Mr. Donny Hathaway. I hope you enjoy and I wish you a happy Black History Month.
I've been so many places in my life and time. I've sung a lot of songs. I made some bad rhymes. I've acted out my life in stages, 10,000 people watching, but we're alone now, and I'm singing this song to you. I know the image of me ain't what I hope to be. I've treated you unkindly, but darling, can't you see there's no one more important to me? And baby, won't you please see through me? We were alone, and I was singing this song to you. I taught me precious secrets of a true love, withholding nothing. You came out in front when I was hiding. And see now I'm so much better. And if my words don't come together, please listen to this melody, 'cause my love is in there. I love you in a place is over. Remember when we were here together, we were alone. I was singing a song to you. We were alone, and I was singing this song. We were alone, and I was singing this song to you. Yes, I was singing the song. Yes, I was singing the song. I was singing my song. I was singing. Yes, I was singing the song. Yes, I was singing the song. Yeah, yes, I was singing the song, 'cause we were alone, and I was singing the song to you. We were alone, I was singing my song to you. We were alone, and I was singing this song to you.